Be honest with yourself for 30 seconds. How many goals did you write down 6 months ago that are still sitting on a notepad, completely untouched? How many times have you told yourself, I'm going to start on Monday, only for Monday to come and go without a single action taken? We love the idea of achievement. We love the feeling of setting goals, buying the notebooks, organizing the apps, but when it comes down to the brutal, gritty reality of execution, most people stall out. Today, we are stripping away the excuses. We aren't talking about passive motivation. We are talking about 10 uncompromising, battle-tested disciplinary methods to get almost everything done, even the most brutal, complex, and overwhelming tasks on your plate. If you really care about results, lean in, because by method 10, your entire approach to work is going to change. Method number 1, the 5-second initiation rule. The hardest part of any task is almost never the execution. It is the transition from rest to motion. Your brain is wired to conserve energy and keep you safe. When faced with a difficult task, your mind will immediately offer you an exit ramp. Check your email, grab a coffee, do it later. The moment you feel the impulse to act on a goal or high priority task, count down backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically move. If you need to draft that complex project proposal, don't sit there overthinking the outline. Count down, open the blank document, and type the very first word. Once you break the friction of static rest, momentum takes over. Method number 2, micro-fragmentation. When a task feels too big, your brain perceives it as a threat. You look at a massive 50-page financial report or a complete brand overhaul, and you freeze. Stop looking at the mountain. Shred the task into ridiculously small, non-threatening fragments. Example, don't write down build website. Write down draft the headline for the landing page. Give yourself a 10-minute timer. Tell yourself, I am only working on this micro action for 600 seconds. Once you start, the psychological barrier vanishes. And 8 times out of 10, you will keep going far past the timer. Method number 3, the first strike protocol. Mark Twain once said that if your job is to eat a live frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, eat the biggest one first. Your willpower is a finite resource. It diminishes with every decision, every email, and every interruption throughout the day. If you save your hardest, most critical task for 3 p.m., you are handing your success over to a fatigued mind. Do your absolute hardest task within the first 90 minutes of your workday. Before you open Slack, before you check news, before you let the world hijack your brain, strike first. Method number 4, environment sanitization. Disciplined people don't rely on willpower, they structure an environment where willpower isn't required. If your phone is sitting next to your keyboard, face up, buzzing with notifications, you are losing a silent war for your attention. Before you begin a critical deep work session, sanitize your environment. Phone in another room. Close every tab on your browser except the single software you need. Clear off your desk. Treat your workspace like a high-performance lab. Distraction is the enemy of execution. Method number 5, time blocking with hard stops. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. Give yourself all day to finish a simple deck, and it will take all day. Instead, assign strict, unnegotiable calendar blocks for specific tasks and set a hard stop. For example, I am writing this strategic plan from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. When 11:30 hit, you stop, regardless. When you operate with real urgency and constrained boundaries, your brain cuts the fluff and operates at peak efficiency. Method number 6, the 2-minute rule. Small tasks create mental clutter. A cluttered mind creates anxiety. Anxiety leads to procrastination. If an action item takes less than 2 minutes to complete, replying to a critical quick inquiry, filing a document, approving a request, do it immediately. Do not log it. Do not put it on a to-do list. Clear it instantly so your cognitive bandwidth remains entirely open for high-stakes problem solving. Method number 7, implementation intentions. Vague goals yield vague results. Saying I'm going to work hard today is useless. High performers use if-then planning. You pre-decide your actions before the moment of friction arises. Reprogram your execution. Remove the decision-making process in the moment. For example, if it reaches 8 a.m., then I will sit at my desk and write code for 45 minutes. Another example, if I feel the urge to check social media while working, Then I will take 3 deep breaths and complete 1 line of writing. Method number 8, the non-zero day. Progress is built on relentless consistency, not sporadic bursts of perfection. A 0 day is a day where you do absolutely nothing toward your goal. Rule: no more 0 days. On days where you are exhausted, sick, or completely overwhelmed, you do not throw in the towel. You write 1 line of code. You read 1 page. You make 1 phone call. Keep the chain unbroken. Maintaining momentum even at a crawl is infinitely easier than restarting from a complete standstill. Method number 9, visual accountability. What gets measured gets managed. You need a physical or visual system that holds up a mirror to your actual output versus your perceived output. Use the classic paperclip strategy. Place 2 jars on your desk, one filled with 50 paperclips representing 50 outbound sales calls or key focus actions, and one empty. Every time you finish an action, move a clip. Seeing physical evidence of your progress creates a dopamine loop that drives you forward. Method number 10, the daily audit. At the end of every single day, take 5 minutes. Sit down with a pen and ask yourself 3 questions. 1, what did I actually complete today? 2, where did I hesitate or procrastinate? 3, what is my single highest priority frog for tomorrow morning? Disciplined execution isn't a gene you are born with. It is a system you build. It is a decision you make every single morning to choose the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. So stop waiting for the perfect mood. Stop waiting for inspiration to strike. Inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us show up and get to work. Pick 2 of these methods today, put them into action immediately, and go get it done.